Come on, just look at that. Pain De Mie. A sandwich loaf made square. Absolutely fantastic. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we're doing a real easy one. We're making a sandwich loaf in a square tin. And it's called a Pain De Mie. Now this square tin is 8" by 4" by 4.5" and it's by a chef made, but you can buy these anywhere, you know. It's a nice straightforward loaf tin. It's called a covered loaf tin. Okay, so obviously it covers, it's got a lid, and we will have to grease that out with some butter. Right, the first job for us then, because this is so simple, we got some milk. We're going in there with some sugar. I'm going to chuck our yeast in there. So in with the yeast, and it's a little one of those. Now they do say just chuck the yeast on, let it sit before stirring, but you know, I don't know, we all have our own ways, and I put it in and always give it a stir to give it a kick up to activate it. I've always done it. Now this is a very simple recipe, you know. I'm not a baker, you know. I've done everything else, and all the people are going to go on about hydration, this, that and the other, and flours. I have no idea. I've got bread flour and I have plain flour and some salt and a little bit of melted butter. Now when this starts to froth up, we're going to chuck that in that bowl. We're going to chuck all that in that bowl. We're going to stick a dough hook on and we're going to mix it slowly until we've got a dough. And then we're going to put it in a grease bowl, cover it with some plastic and shove it to rise for an hour. That is my way of baking. I'm sorry it's so simple, but you know, I prefer to make things simple. Why make it hard? So we just have to wait for this to froth up. So you can see that this thing is started to bloom. It's coming up there. We're just going to move that to one side. We've got our flours. Now, like I said, one is all-purpose flour, plain flour. One is bread flour. I never ever use all bread flour. Give that a mix. In with some salt. Give that a mix. And we are really virtually good to go. Our milk, our yeast mixture in there. On our mixer, on with the dough hook. Can't see what I'm doing, look, as usual. And a little mix. Now, like I say, it's very easy. I'm using this, so simple. If you were kneading by hand, you would have to bring all that together and then you would have to knead for 10 minutes. This way, I don't have to do anything. Okay, this is melted butter, so we can just drizzle some of that in there. I'm just going to put the rest of that in there, look, and then we'll carry on. Okay, that's at 6 minutes, that's enough. We're just going to keep going forever. So we need to get that off there, and that is our dough. Now all we're going to do is bring the dough over like that, so we're tucking it in with our fingers underneath. As easy as that. Very, very simple. And then we've got that under there like that, done. All we need to do is oil out this bowl. Little bit of olive oil, you can use any oil, it doesn't matter. All the way up the sides. Bread, dough. Lovely. We're going to cover that and we're going to let it rise for about 45 minutes to an hour. Got my plastic bag. Okay, find a warm spot and leave it for an hour. Okay, let's have a look in here. That's what we're talking. We just need to be taking that out of there and dropping that on there. Now, that has to fit our tin. So it's nearly wide enough, look. We just have to push it down. Push it down, expel some of that air. Now, what you can do, you can roll it with a rolling pin if you so wish. I actually don't think we need to roll it, look. Look at the size, it's fine. We just need to make our bread fit that tin. So you can roll it like this, or you can bring it in like that, roll it over, squash it in, any which way you want. We just want to bring it in so we end up with all our bread flattened in there, squashing the sides like that, and squash up the ends like that so it traps all the air in nice and gently. That's easy enough. And then that has got to go in there. So it's straightforward enough. It's in. Now, I'll turn it over so you can see. We need to push that down into that corner like that. Just push it in like that. Nice and gently like that. And then we're going to stick the lid on. We take our lid and we put our lid on, and then that goes back in our bag for another half an hour. So let's get it wrapped up and left for another half an hour. Our dough is creeping out of the top of the tin, look. So that means it's full right to the top. That's enough. Right, oven on. I'm going on for 160 degrees. That's going on a tray. That is amazing. That means it's full completely to the top. Let's get that straight in the oven. And we're going on for about 25 minutes. Okay, that's got it, I reckon. We're going to have to let it wait 5 minutes or so in the tin. Just relax, and then we'll take the lid off and we'll have a look. So all we got to do is turn this thing out of here. Now, we shouldn't really be taking it out so early, but oh, look at that. That is absolutely spot on. Wow. Just look at that beauty. As we can't cut it just yet. It's absolutely steaming hot. It's still very hot, very warm. So we're going to let it cool down a good 10 minutes or so, and then we'll cut it. That looks fantastic. Still very, very warm. But let's slice some. We need to be slicing it. I know it's a bit warm, and we're going to come a good centimetre in actually. You know, it's a sandwich loaf, so we're going to end up with sandwich slices. So let's come in there. Oh, just come on. Look at that. That is fantastic. Come on, how easy is this, you know? Let's get another one. Don't forget it's getting hotter as we go inside. It's softer. Not to worry. That is absolutely superb. Superb bread. Come on, just look at that. Pain De Mie. A sandwich loaf made square. Don't you love the smell of fresh bread? Oh, come on, in here. Let's wreck it. Get some butter on here. Oh, look at that. It's so soft. The butter's so cold, it's so soft. It's just starting to melt into the bread. Oh, God, don't you love bread and butter? Come on, fresh bread. Warm, melted butter. Oh, that is amazing. I mean, come on, look at the crumb on this. Look how soft that is. So there we are, a super square sandwich loaf, Pain De Mie, so easy to make, square tin, air fryer, not a problem, fantastic loaf. That is going to make some good sandwiches. If you like what we're doing, don't forget, big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. Catch you in the next video.